Okay, so hello. So actually, the video is about to come on. I recorded last night. I rewatched it. It was well, it's a little slow to explain what's going on, let's say, and it's a little long. So I'm gonna try and retool some things. But I figured I'd first record a little video that kind of explains what I'm doing here. So. Basically, I wanted to code a MUD, or an RPG, online RPG in Go for fun. I've been working on other things for too long, and it's been a while since I built something fun, and I wanted a small project, and I decided, well, why not just record it and put it up there and see if anyone finds use out of it. So that's what I'm doing. This first video is going to talk about, well, not too much, just sets up Go, sets up a little server, pretty basic stuff, doesn't really go into detail, but maybe there might be a few things interesting in there. Next couple of videos we'll actually start building on the game, and I've not recorded those yet, but intend to soon. So, and then a little bit about me. So I've been working on, I've been coding for about 20 years now professionally, dropped out of college when I was 19 years old. I worked at places like Google. I've been in the video game industry. Started there for 5 years. I worked at Snapchat. I've been at Square. Everywhere from individual contributor to VP of product, VP of engineering. Right now, I work at let's just say a hedge fund here in New York. And yeah, I'm using this as kind of one of my outlets to. Or a hobby, and hopefully you find some use out of it. So, all right, I'm going to disconnect this, and then we'll just go right into the video that I recorded last night. All right, enjoy. Okay, so first video. What the? Updating Homebrew. Okay, so let's see here. What are we doing here? Well, so first of all, this is it's my first video that I can remember. Well, I guess I'll talk while this is upgrading Go. I'm actually starting from scratch, kind of starting from scratch here. So basically, I had the idea of, well, right now I'm not doing much Go coding, and I miss it. And so I was thinking, well, what can I do that's fun and somewhat interesting, and just kind of blow off some steam at the end of the day, or work on randomly, just a project I could have going. And one thing that came to mind was essentially a MUD, and then I thought, okay, well, why not do it in a way that I can open source it, and I can just at least put it out there. I'm sure there's tons of them out there. There's, if you don't know what a MUD is, it's a multi-user dungeon, or it's essentially a text-based world that you log into and do whatever. A lot of them are fantasy-based or sci-fi or something like that along those lines. Just Google it. I'm sure it's gonna be something. Although, what is Homebrew doing? I don't know. Anyway, that's fine. We'll deal with that in a little bit. So I thought, well, okay, if I'm gonna code this thing, and put the source code up, why not just challenge myself? And I was doing something, challenge myself and try and time box it, right? So like an hour a day, or an hour a session, or 30 minutes a session, or something like that. And then I thought, oh, well, that's interesting. If I time box it and it's like short, and I'm kind of starting from scratch, it'd be kind of neat to record it. And so here we are. So I bought this little microphone here, set up this situation, and I'm just gonna see what happens. So I also thought that, let's see, this is on my Mac, non-work Mac. And I haven't updated Go in a while. I can't remember the last thing I worked on with this Mac in Go, but in any case, I'm gonna start from scratch and just go through some things, and hopefully this will like serve as a tutorial, ultimately a tutorial for Go. I'm gonna write down some of my plans, how I'm gonna do this, what I want to do. I haven't really done any pre-planning, so you may want to skip past that, or we'll plan as we go. And I'll upload this. Maybe I won't upload this. I don't know. It depends on how it turns out. But in any case, we'll just see what we can do. So it's 9:30 p.m. here in New York, and maybe we'll just do 30 minutes of work, mostly prep and setup, and talk about a few things, and just go from there. So as you can see, this is that new logo, isn't it? I don't know how I feel about that, but so as you can see, I did update Go. Getting the latest version. See which Go. The fuck. Okay. All right. So I think that's the latest version. Okay, so let's start. Let's just create a directory. Wow, there's a lot of garbage in here. I think I have dev. There we go. And let's see, Go, source, GitHub. Oh. The old secret code base. Okay. So, what do we want to put this under? I'm just put it under my name. I don't know what this stuff is, doesn't matter. What do I want to call this? So lame, but and you know what? So the reason I want to do this is like I remember playing this old game I played for years called Gemstone. What the fuck, are they still around? I'm about to Google Gemstone. Nothing. It's so stupid. Yeah, it's made by Simitronics. Oh yes. Oh yes. Come back. I remember I wanted to work for this company so bad when I was like 15. I tried to apply to be a game master. You need like they have a scripting language and some level of programming. What? Did someone just throw this in? This is garbage. This isn't changed at all. This is just ridiculous. Play for free. New combat, what's this date? Oh, they're still playing. Anyway, this was not free. Most mods are free, but you had to pay for it. And I like this Google Calendar. Cool, man. Cool webmaster. Man, I put so many hours in this goddamn game as a kid. But I'll tell you what, like it was good for typing, at least learning to type fast. I remember I saved up, let's see, $700 and bought a character. I had my character, my primary character, but I wanted this other character kind of for fun and to help out my character. I think it was like I wanted a wizard, and I saved up $700 and bought the character. I think it was like level 40. I think getting to level 20 was the big milestone. Jesus, this game. Let's look at screenshots real fast. What am I, slow? Oh yeah. Oh, they had this like app. I mean, ultimately you could telnet into this thing, but oh shit. That's so funny. Spells and all kinds of stuff. Oh man. Alright, well, in any case. What should we call ours? I think I want to make it fantasy based, although I could see building this in a way that's just has nothing to do with fantasy. It just kind of build the mechanics and then layer over the theme. Yeah, this is dumb. This is what whenever I first thing I do with names is just turn to the dictionary. I don't know. I got nothing. Trump? The fuck? Alright, well, let's just call it... Alright, we'll call it something later. Screw it. Okay, so let's do this. First things first, let's go to GitHub. Actually, you know what? This is what we want to do. Router. I'm not logged in. What? Don't get very good signal up here. I'm on the 50th floor up here. And so whenever these SMS-based two factors, I don't always get it right away, and that's pretty lame. Oh, there we go. Okay. I really gotta get back to my image library. I've been neglecting it. I think there's all kinds of issues. 23 issues. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. I don't do shit anymore, apparently. What was 2018? Was that Postmates? Yeah. That was cool. So sad. Alright. What's this? Oh yeah. Okay. So we'll create a new repo. Go mud. Public is fine. Initialize this. All right. Now we can close. Why is my... Okay. What? Okay. All right. So let's just start with some. So I'm not a huge planner. Never really have been in terms of coding. I just like to jump right in. So I'm going to stay true to that. And just kind of like write down some notes and things that are on top of my mind, and just kind of go from there. So, all right. What are we doing? Well, we're building a mud, as I mentioned. So let's just name out some features and things that this thing does. So it is a text-based RPG. Supports Telnet. What else? Persistence. So like user accounts, user stuff. Does this need to be tagged? I don't even know. Whatever. Okay, so how do we want to build this? How do we want to start? Well, let's just talk actually more about features. Let's say, what are some of the entities that we want? Okay, well, there's two things. There's like the back office system, like user accounts, passwords, all that sort of thing. And then there's, of course, the the characters, the monsters, all these sorts of things, like the actual game itself. So let's start with that. Call it game entities. Okay, so we know we want a player, what the hell am I talking about? We know we want characters. There you go. Playable characters, aka users. NPCs, aka enemies. I'll just list these separately. NPCs, we'll just call that like yeah, let's just call that. Let's call this heroes. I actually like that name, heroes. There's probably a ton of games called that. Okay, what else? Items. What about items? Well, they're wearable, usable, transient. They can be ephemeral or persistent. Let's see, users have levels. Stats. What else? What's the word for, I don't know, races, I guess? Getting text. See, we're 10 minutes through. Damn, we're just burning through this. All right, let's talk more about actually the app features. So telnet, okay? Well, we're building a server-based model, a persistence. Where the hell are we going to store this stuff? In a database somewhere, which means we'll need some kind of hosting. Let's move this up. Hosting. We use Zeit, we get AWS, Cloud, G-Cloud. Who knows what? Okay, what else do we want? We want quests, right? You want to be able to like do stuff and have things that are interesting. Well, an environment, rooms. Oh man, I do not want to write descriptions of rooms. That just made me tired. But whatever. We'll talk about that later. There's weapons, armor. All kinds of shit, man. This thing's already too complicated. It's already making me tired. All right. Experience system. But when we're doing this, we're going to keep it pretty basic, Like I want to get something, basically, let's talk about it, what an MVP, not MVP, a spike looks like, right? Like, is this thing cool or not? So, what do we want for a spike? Well, a server that we can connect to, user account, passwords optional. I'll just do it locally here. Ability to, multiple user accounts, basic persistence. Basic room setup, some type of simple combat system. This should all just say basic. It's all going to be basic, so I guess that's implied. But I might as well keep it. Combat system. Navigation. enemy. Yeah. That's a reasonable start, I think. Okay. So, this is whatever. Okay, this will all change. Who knows what this is going to be, but this is like step one of a spike. So, let's get started. So we're in the folder for our main application. We're going to start really simple here. What are we doing here? What am I slow? Did this all change? Like, how do I create a file? No. What? New file. Main.go. Cool. Package main. So every Go program starts with, well, the main package, the one that's runnable, needs to be package main. Man, I'm so rusty on Go, it's been a while. Okay, cool, that's gonna be the best. Well, of course we'll start here. Okay. Okay, cool. So lame. Alright, so we'll start there. Now what do we want to do first? Well, we know we need a server, so let's try and do this. In the next 15 minutes, have a client that we can connect to. Sorry, a server that we can connect to, telnet server, and we can issue just type strings to it, and it will reply back with those strings. Maybe open another one of these. Okay, so we're gonna do it all in main, and then we'll organize stuff later. Okay, so we know we want this application to be long-lived. It shouldn't just start and I need a napkin. This is ridiculous. Okay. So I'm gonna Google some stuff. Get gemstone out of here. I'm not one of those people who like ends up, I try not to be. Like, I feel like everyone I know is just cool with having 8,000 tabs open. I don't get it. I can't. It's like a cluttered desk. Doesn't suit me. Not suitable for my system. Okay, so what the fuck are we doing? Oh, Golang. Socket. Yeah, we'll just start there. Okay, that's what we want. The net thing, cool. So this is dialing. This lists and creates servers. Fine, looks good. So func start server. It's all nice and air handling. Who the hell is Snapchatting me? Okay, handle error. Is air handling even done yet? Like, weren't they talking about changing all that? I think they are close. Handle error. Yeah, just return the fucking error. What is the handle connection? It's something else. Okay. So start server. If we can't start the server, let's do this. Cool, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, start server, cool. Connection, no, we got nothing. Who's doing, what is this? I mean, when we get the connection, we just gotta do something with it. So we'll deal with that later. Handle connection. I mean, it's a Go routine, so turning an error is not going to do too much. What's this net? I think it's... No, not a pointers interface. Right. Okay, so connection to the interface, got that, cool. And then we can like do shit with this. Well, so we need to be able to read and we need to be able to write, right? And so for reading, we're gonna sit in a loop and read for as long as we can. So what the hell does read do? That does not help me. That does not help me either. Just want to know, like, return. Okay, you're stupid. All right, let's do this. Connection read. Oh God, we need a buffer and all that kind of stuff. You know what? I think there's an IOUtil. You just read all. I think you can do that. Just read forever. Is this a reader? Yeah. So connection implements the reader interface. Keep wanting to know what the hell that is. Right, and then we want to put that in a buffer, so let's see here. So we have the data. We'll just do this. I think this. Yeah, whatever. So this will start the server and then accept connections and then print out whatever it gets. So let's just do that. Okay, server's running. What is it? I think it's the what? Okay. Guess I'm lame. Didn't have telnet. Okay. Well, that didn't do shit. Let's see this. So maybe, what's this? Read all. Oh, read, of course. This, right. It will, I guarantee you when I disconnect, yeah. Well, I mean, that's, fuck, that's, oh, it's print, oh. Nope, no idea. Don't care. But it's printing something. But anyway, the point is it reads until there's a close. Oh God, 8 minutes? You kidding me? Okay, let's see if there's like code I can just fucking rip off here. Dumb. Golang socket programming. Yeah. Okay, yep, fine, cool. Don't care about that. Server code. Right, don't care, that's dumb. Handle client, connection, okay. Go handle client, it's just gonna, okay, that does not help me. So this is reading. Yeah, we should do that. So this takes the connection, takes ownership over, so defer connection to close, fine. Yeah, some buffer, read deadline, who cares? That's pretty, this is also small. It's fine, don't care. Interesting. Okay, now we're reading that. If len equals 0, we can just break. Man, I've been writing Scala too much. Okay, now we got the input. Turn that into string. Okay, so now now we have the input from the client, and I think this can do like character by character, of course. Okay, I guess it is. Oh, right. This is weird. I guess telnet's only sending on enter, which is bizarre. And then obviously the new line's coming through, so we don't care about that. Okay, fine. Cool. So then we can do connection right, and then just say the echo. What's the echo is? Hello, you said. How does Go, is it backticks or some shit? How does Go do literals? String interpolation. I can't believe I completely forgot about this. Oh, it's, of course, just, that's right, they just use sprintf. Okay. And then we want to give them a new line. Should we do that automatically? Probably. Okay. So this will cast automatically to string. Don't care about what's written. If error is not equal. Just always panicking. Okay. Nope, didn't like that. Cast this to byte plus why now? So it's like string echoed up. It's like bytes or something. It's just been too freaking long. Dude, you're just gonna watch me Google everything. It's really cool. That's what I thought. That's what I fucking did. Like, what? Okay, maybe I had something wrong. Bytes or some shit. Okay. So we get the thing, we write the thing, we send it back. Great. Let's do that now. Oops. Oh, right. Let's trim. There's like a, why am I not getting string methods here? It's like trim suffix, string, I think it's like some shit like that. Strings. Yeah. Whatever, leave that like that. Ooh said, what? Suffix. What? Why? What is happening? So if it's trimming the oh. You know what? Bet you. It's the, like, I think it's like, there's a /r. Yeah, that's it. Oh, look, it's 10 o'clock exactly. Yeah, so it's leaving the /r, and that was the carriage return, and it was overwriting that value. It's some shit like that. I'm not even going to try and explain. It doesn't matter. Okay, so what else? I think that's good for now. I mean, we have something. So what have we learned? Not much. Right, so main is to have a start server. This blocks forever. This code doesn't even matter. Starts the server, listens, gets a listener, waits for new connections, opens up a handler, which means it's going to create separate things. So I could literally, you know, open up another terminal over here, telnet the same thing. This guy gets all that stuff, and he gets his stuff, and that's two things. Great. They don't talk to each other. That's fine. We're not going to deal with that. But the way we would do that is when someone connects and authenticates, we attach the new connection to that entity, to that instantiation of that user, let's say. And so when someone talks, let's say you want to broadcast, you would get all the other users and write to their connections and kind of go from there. So we can do that next time. And I expected we would get more of this, but that's fine. I'm going to push this code up and then sign off because it's 10 o'clock and I got to be up early. What do I say? I'm stupid. Dumb terminal, literally dumb. I don't know what that commit message meant. Alright, and there we have it. Great. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I'm going to call it. I don't know if I'm going to upload this video, but I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a bunch of these and never upload them, or upload one. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but you know, feel free to reach out to me. It's my full name, david.vitau@gmail.com. I'll put it on the screen somehow with my handy application. Email me, message me here, whatever the hell you want. If you have ideas or thoughts or whatever, I'd love to hear them. And that's it. All right. See ya.